So today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Miles Morales figure from Across the Spider-Verse. So we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So here on the front we got some artwork from the movie. We got the figure and its accessories. On the back we've got another picture of the figure and the other figures in this wave. Alright, so now let's get them open and check them out.
Send me home. I can't do that.
So here's what he looks like out of the packaging. So we get the two different heads. We get the Miles head and the Spider-Man head. And then we have two different sets of hands. So we have the webbing hands and the fisted hands. I really like Miles as a character. He's one of my favorites, but this figure sort of let me down a little bit. It's not quite as good as I thought it was going to be, but we'll get more into that here in a bit. There is a lot I still like about it, but we'll get a closer look at him. This Miles head sculpt looks pretty good. I feel like the expression is a little bit off. He looks like he's sort of like shocked or surprised or something. I don't think that's really what they were going for, but I mean, it's still a good head sculpt. Better than this one here from the Stiltman Build-A-Figure wave, I believe it was. I feel like this new one looks more so like Miles actually does. I just wish the expression was sort of a little different. I still like it though, it's really cool. And then I'll show you the actual Spider-Man head. So you can see that, it looks pretty cool. I like the eyes and everything, and all like the, almost looks like scales, but it's the design of the head there. This part I don't like right in here. I think that might just be on my figure because I don't know if it's on other ones, but this little spot right here, the smooth spot, I think was something got messed up with it. But we got texturing throughout all the rest of the head. Looks pretty cool. And I really like the eyes. Eyes look really nice. And I'll show him, or show you that on the figure here in a bit. But we'll check out the rest of the figure. Really like that logo there on the chest and all the texturing for the suit. Looks really nice. We got some blue here, which I'm not the biggest fan of because I would rather it just be all black. I feel like they trying to do that as a styling deal from like you see sort of the blue light and stuff shine on a suit in the like trailers and stuff. I feel like that's what they're going for, because I don't think his suit's actually designed that way with the blue on it. I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it though. But I really do like the texturing and stuff. And we got some red all along the side here. It goes up all the way under his arms and stuff too. You can see there. I really like that logo though, it looks really cool. Red goes all the way down there, and he is pinless, which I always like. Let's see, we got some red on the bottom of the feet there. We'll go to the back, we got some more of that texturing, almost looks like scales there. And the logo on the back is really, really cool. I really like that. And on the arms here, we got some more of that sort of scaling texturing. We got a little bit of blue there. This is the webbing hand. We got red on the inside there. And then on this arm, or hand, we got the fist. You can see a little bit of that red inside there. Looks pretty cool. And we got some red lines here on the top on the shoulders. Looks really nice. And sort of in the shoulder area. Looks pretty cool. I like the design of it. Looks really nice. And here I'll pop there. That way you can sort of see this head on there. Looks like there's a little bit of blue right in here on the face. And it sort of looks weird with this little line right around here. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't know. So I'm gonna compare these a little more. So like I already showed you the head sculpts, I like this one better on the new one. And then I wanted to show you sort of the logo a little bit. It's a little bit changed because it is a new suit, but it's a little bit brighter red on the old one. It's a little bit duller red on this newer one. And let's see how tall they are. I think the new one's going to be taller because he's grown up a little bit. So that's him standing up. Both standing up straight. Yeah, he's definitely taller. You can tell. She's grown. Probably went through puberty.
Why are you so sweaty?
It's a puberty thing.
And then I wanted to show you guys the other heads. So like the Spider-Man heads. Let's get them a little bit closer so you guys can see a little bit better. But on the new one, I like how the eyes are a lot bigger. Looks a lot better. And then on the older one, you can see sort of the web lines and stuff. And then on this one, you just see more of the texturing. The only thing I really don't like about the newer head is the joint that it's on. You can only go, back and forward. There's no head tilt really. Compared to this old one, it's on, it's got this joint, but it gives it a lot more posability. See, like this. Articulation on this old one is a lot better. You got a lot of side tilt and all that. So that is what I like better about this one as far as the joint. This one you can't tilt hardly at all. It just goes like back and forth. And it sits sort of high up on there. And if you were wondering if you can swap the heads, you can't. Because like I was showing you with the joint, like on the old one, it has this little ball deal in there. And then this one, the ball is actually on the figure, so that it wouldn't work for either one of the heads. So for his articulation, I sort of went over the head a little bit, but he can look down pretty far and up pretty much all the way, and not really any head tilt at all. And one thing I was going to mention is when you pop the heads on, they don't actually like pop. They just sort of go down, but you don't ever really hear a click. But for the arms, he can reach up about that far. And we do have the bicep swivels here and double jointed pinless elbows. And you gotta be careful with his arms and legs because they are so tiny that they like to bend real easy. So like when I was bending that in, you can see how that sort of sticks out a little bit. And they do feel a little gummy or soft. And then we have the wrists, have the horizontal hinge here. And then for the ab crunch, he can bend over pretty far, but that looks really weird with this joint right in here. That looks creepy. And then he can bend back pretty far too, but same thing there. Looks really weird with that joint in the chest or ab crunch there. And he does have a waist cut here, but that looks weird too because how blocky it is when you turn it like that. It just looks really weird. I don't care for that too much. He can kick forward pretty far and back pretty far too. And we do get the thigh cuts there, double jointed pinless knees, and ankles. Oh, you gotta be careful with the ankles. You can see how much that's bending the leg right there. It's super gummy right here. But you can bend them down about that far. And up just a little bit. And they do rotate to the side, and we got pegs on the bottom. So yeah, be really careful with the legs and arms because they're super gummy and loose. Well, not really loose, just sort of, I would say more gummy than anything. So just be careful with that when you're trying to bend them around. Especially, I've looked at the feet, like you can see how much that bends a lot. So here's what Miles looks like with the other figures from across the Spider-Verse that I've reviewed so far. Next, I'll do Spider-Gwen, so you'll be able to see all of them plus Spider-Gwen. But with Miles, I haven't really had that much trouble getting him to stand up because he's pretty small overall, like small arms and everything. But the rest of the figures I've had quite a bit of trouble getting them to stand up. But with Miles, with Miles, my main concern is the gummy plastic with around his ankles. I'm just gonna leave him down around his ankles and stuff, because when you bend them, they like to bend really bad. So they're probably gonna bend out after he's standing for a while. And those joints for the ab crunch and the waist are the main concerns for me. But overall, I do like this figure. Miles is one of my favorites, and the Miles head sculpt is really cool. Looks a lot better than the other one. And I mean, he doesn't look too bad overall. He's probably my favorite figure out of this wave, and he's my favorite character out of the wave too. But I will be putting a link to him in the description if you guys decide to pick him up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for the other reviews of the Across the Spider-Verse figures. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and have a great day.